Hey, this is the Neural Network tutorial on making websites with WordPress. It's gonna be really quick. Right, WordPress, you've got like two versions of WordPress. There's WordPress.com and WordPress.org. WordPress.com is kind of just like a blogging thing. WordPress.org is like a full-on CMS, which is content management system, which is capable of making like proper cool websites, not just like blogs. Like the Neural Network site is powered off WordPress, and it's not like a blog, it's like a proper website, although it does have a blog element in it. This is like the dashboard inside WordPress. So we're gonna go through like everything from setting up your domain to your hosting to installing WordPress and then creating with WordPress. I'm gonna kind of do like a little clone version of this site to show you how quick and easy and cool it is. So like most people think that websites are like really complicated and hard to make. They think, you need to learn all this kind of thing and spend, years learning this, and that you need to use things like Dreamweaver to create websites, and that you need to know all this stuff, and then you have to like use FTP uploading things to upload files, and that it's all like a big hassle, that it takes ages and costs lots of money, and you need to spend lots of money getting a professional kind of person to do that, which is fine. But as we're like artist centered, we're going to be going off the assumption that artists are kind of poor and not going to be able to afford this kind of thing. But it is essential for artists to have a web presence in today's world, unfortunately for some, because like the internet, it is pretty amazing, whether you like it or not, for artists, because you can show your work, you can display your work how you want, you can document your work how you want, you can represent yourself, and the internet's just growing more and more, getting more and more part of people's lives. So getting yourself online and getting in a cool web presence, one that like reflects what you're about, is kind of essential now. So we're gonna kind of hope to help you get a cool website, your own cool website, done for next to no money. Alright, so cracking on, we're going to be focusing on WordPress.org, and what you need to do is you need to get your domain, you need to get your hosting, and then you need to get WordPress on your site. So for domains, I usually go to GoDaddy because they're cheap, and if you type in something like GoDaddy promo code in Google, you usually get some cool like websites that have got promotional codes, up-to-date ones, which usually end up getting you your domain, like a good domain .com.net, for probably around a $5. I mean, they're only £6.49 at the moment, but you can probably get it like £5, so you're saving £1.50 there just for doing a little search on Google. Also a good one is Namecheap. Maybe if your hosting comes with your domain, but usually ones that try and give you the domain with the hosting kind of charge you like £10 for the domain name, which I think you're better off buying it separate because you get a better deal. But then you do have the hassle of linking up the domain to the hosting. But if you're super cheap, you can go to .tk and get a free domain. You can log in using like a Google account or just set up an account, and what you need to do, this is kind of like what you do for any setting up of the domain is whether you're on like buying a domain or doing it for free, you type in your domain, see if it's available, get it as a free domain, change your registration to 12 months, and then this is really important, whether you're buying your domain paid for or free, is you need this DNS information thing, because this is what's going to connect your hosting to your domain. So what we do here is we go use my own DNS service, and then what we need is a hosting account. So I usually use HostGator. Well, I always use HostGator because I've got an unlimited account with them. But they're really good. Really good customer service, live chat support. The control panel's like really well laid out and user friendly. I did have a website with one.com and they're kind of cheap, but the control panel's a bit unfriendly. They do have live chat support, and I would recommend them because I think you can get really cheap, like 12 months free. They do like domain and set up for like £10 or something, and then a free year, and then I think it's just like 20 quid a year or something for one site. I don't know, you'd have to check. You get like email, so, but I just found the admin was a bit unfriendly and a bit hard, whereas HostGator is kind of like £6 a month, pay as you go. You can host unlimited websites. If you just want one website, it's $3.96, which is probably about £2 something. So yeah, I go with HostGator, but one.com, or just, if you're getting hosting, just check that they're not completely rubbish with the admin thing, because it is very frustrating if it's hard to figure out what to do. Right, so we've bought our hosting, and then we go inside our back control panel end, and it gives you these name servers, and these are what you need to stick in here to link up your domain to your hosting. So you'd stick them in and click next, and then it can kind of take, and then what we do is we go to add-on domains or your main domain, stick in your domain name, stick in a password, add domain, and then you kind of have to wait until they figure out how to link each other up. Sometimes it's like instant, sometimes it takes a day or something. Like, that's why I'm not doing it now, because I could link it up, I could like stick a name in and add it up, but then it could take like hours to link up. So I'm gonna do it like Blue Peter style and say, here's one I made earlier, and here it is. So like, this is what most people think of as like a blog, and then they're like, how do we get from this to this? And yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you. So like, yeah, you don't want this is terrible. I think this is what you get with like Wordpress.com. They just give you this kind of thing, you can edit it around and stuff, and you get a horrible like, your domain name .wordpress.com, and it's not kind of the professional image that we're seeking. So we've got our domain, we've set it up on our hosting, and now what we need to do is we need to install WordPress. So we could download it, and I think they have something that they call their famous 5-minute install, but it kind of looks like it takes a bit longer than 5 minutes if you don't know what you're doing. But we're gonna go for like a famous 5-second install, because we've gone with a decent hosting. They have like these apps, and that kind of makes it just like one click to install WordPress. So we go to these apps, software services, Fantastico Deluxe. We go to WordPress, new installation, choose a domain, stick in an admin name, stick in a password. You can ignore all this, install WordPress, and it'll just say confirm install WordPress. You click confirm and then it's done, and then you should get that up on your site. But I'll just show you this famous 5-minute install. What they basically say is you need to set up in case you haven't got these cool apps on your hosting, what you will have to do is set up a MySQL database thing. And what you do is you go to databases, MySQL databases, click on that in create database, then you need to go in and edit some file, then you need to upload the files using an FTP thing. FileZilla is a free decent one that you can use, and then you just follow these 6 instructions. They reckon it takes 5 minutes, so if you've gone with like a rubbish hosting company that doesn't have these cool apps, then you're gonna have to spend some time reading this and figuring it out. Okay, so we've got our WordPress blog here that looks rubbish. What we want to do is go to /wp. We need to get to our back end. So what I did there was I typed got my domain name. You just type wp-admin, and then that brings you up to the login page. And then you put in the username and password that we put in. And then this takes us inside. So like here, I can just shortcut it because I'm already logged in. And it takes us in, you see WP admin. And this is like the dashboard area, which is where we like create our site. It's kind of like Dreamweaver, but it's all online and we don't need to upload anything. And it's nice and user friendly for people who are not well into their website. So what we need to do is we need to get this looking more like this. So we've got all these menu things here. What we need to do is go to settings, and we'll put site title. Oops. You can have a little tagline if you want. Leave all that. You can put an email address in. If you want notifications, if anyone comments on your posts and you want telling, we can have the date format. It's asking for a valid email address. You can have the time format how you like. You can even change when your week starts, although I don't know why you'd want to do that. we'll check out writing. You can look at that in your own leisure. It's not essential for what we're doing. The most essential thing is, like, now it's like a feed blog, so every new post gets on the front page. What we want is like a static front page, one that doesn't change. So what we need to do is we go from your front page displays, your latest posts, we want a static page, and we can assign our front page, we'll put sample page, and then we can select a post page, like on New Art Network. The post page is the news, because the news is kind of like a feed, so we want the latest posts at the top, so we assign the post page to news. So what we'll do is we'll create the pages, we'll delete that, type homepage for now, publish, and then add a new page, type news, now the interesting thing here is permalinks, like the address that you get up here. And right now what we need to do is we need to, like, this is just gibberish, we don't want that, we want like the domain name /news. So what we need to do to that, I'll just publish this. We don't want like this gibberish, we want to go to settings, permalinks, which is like the technical name for that, custom structure, and then we want to go, we want this %, post name %/, and that's kind of code what will sort out your posts. Anytime you make a page, it'll like look at what you've put as the post name and then select that, but even then we can edit it. So we'll go save changes, go back to pages, go to news, and you see it's like put it all nice, so we've got domain name /news. I'll delete this sample page. Now then, let's just refresh this. Right, we want static page, front page is home page, post page is news. Save changes. Now then, let's check this out. Alright, we've got home page, we've got all this rubbish, we've got like search bar, this crazy thing here, and this is because we've got a theme, we've got like WordPress's standard theme installed, and that's why it's making the website look like this. Like on New Art Network, we've got a theme installed, so I need to go to appearance, themes, so like currently it's 2011, which is like the standard WordPress theme. We can have 2010, so what we want to do is go to install themes, and then you can kind of search for themes that you want. I think the good thing to do is like go on Google and just go like WordPress themes for artists, and just see what you can download, what you can get. 24 free portfolio and photo gallery WordPress themes. You can check out all these things and see what you want. If you download it, what will happen is it'll download as a zip file, and then what you do is you've got your zip file on your computer, you can go to upload and then just upload the zip file. You don't even have to unzip it. and just install it, and it'll install it, or you can just search. The one that we use for New Art Network is one called Toolbox, and it's just a really basic theme. Like, there's nothing in it. It's just really nice and basic, and it's free. So just go install now, activate. There. Now it still doesn't look like this, like this. It needs a bit of work doing on it, but we've got like the menu header, this thing. What we need to do is go to pages, home page, template, full width, no sidebar. Let's see what this looks like. There we've got this, like, I don't want this comment thing. This comment box. So go to settings, discussion, enable comments, allow people to post comments. I'm going to turn off the comments because I don't want that comment box. Oh, it's still going. Yeah, this is the thing with like free themes, is they're a bit not amazing. They have like weird bugs. Like, I can't seem to turn the comments off, and what I actually did was I had to go into the code and just delete the bit of code which linked to the comments. So what I recommend is you look into themes that you like, and you can get free themes, but you can also like pay for themes. And when you're paying for a theme, like Woo themes, their themes, like, they might be 40 quid to buy, but you can install them on all your website, and they're really, really user friendly, like even more than WordPress. Like, it's like WordPress is user friendly, but the paid themes are like even more user friendly and customizable. If you go to a website that I made with a paid theme, it was a Woo theme. Like, if you just type in like WordPress premium themes into Google, it'll bring up like online theme shops where you can it's this one, Canvas. Like, this is a really flexible theme. You can just like customize everything. You can change fonts, colors, sizes. So like here we go to Canvas, and like it just takes you through every element of the site, and you can just customize everything. You can change the layouts and all this, and it's just a lot more easier for the beginner to get their head around, even though like WordPress is pretty easy to understand. So what I'm gonna have to do this, I want to get rid of the comments. So like we're in the back end now, we're going to go like really into the back end and go to the editor. And I know I said we wouldn't have to do any code type thing. But yeah, this is like the hassle with free themes, is that you might have to do a bit of code editing. But what I recommend is just type in like basic HTML and it will take you to a site which just like gives you the basics of HTML editing theory in like 5 minutes, and then it's pretty simple. Like this is just like the blueprint for the website, and then we've got the blueprints relating to every aspect of the website. So I want to go to comments, and no, what I want to do is go to full. Like I was using, when I went on the page, I set it to full width, no sidebar, page template, so I go in there, and then what I want to do is just go to this comments template and just delete it. Date file. There, we've got no comments. And we've got this proudly powered by Wordpress theme by Toolbox, which is nice and all, but you know, if you don't want that, what you can do is go to footer. Like the footer is what will show on the bottom of everything, the header is what will show on the top of everything. And if we look for where that's happening, it's just all this. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna do like control copy, just in case I'd like delete something wrong. Delete it, update file, and there it's taken that out. And what I can do is I can insert my own whatever I want in there. This is why it's good to just, like, you don't have to go overboard learning HTML like code, but just a little bit will help you out, and just spend with like little things like this. Look, I've got this, and that'll appear on like everything, and I can make that into a link. Like on this, I've got the terms and conditions, the copyright, the address, the email, and it's like centered on the page, and that like appears on every bottom of the page. And you know, if you've got the paid theme, like you can just go to footer customization, and it just makes it really, that whole process a lot easier. But because we're using a free theme, we have to like do stuff like this. Right, so we've got this homepage thing. What we want to do is we want to go back to the pages, and now because I've assigned this as like the home page, I can get rid of that. I only just put homepage there, so when I went to settings and changed it there, I could know which was the home page to select. Although, and then right, I've deleted that. What we need to do is go here. I'll try Candida's picture out. Upload, insert, and I'm sure you're like familiar with blogs. You can just edit it just like you would a blog post. So from computer, select files, there, or I could have just even like dragged and dropped it there, or you can upload it from a URL. And then we've got all these options. We can decide how big we want it. I'm gonna go full size. I'm gonna go center, insert into post, update. There, it's looking pretty cool. And if I do this, this is a bit of code for you. I'll type in center, and then hopefully that should center that. There we go. And if I wanted to make that a link, I could just type in HTML link code, and you know, one of these top ranking websites will just give you the code to make it a link. So I'll copy and paste it, link text, so I want this to be my link text. Copy and paste it there, delete that, and then it's like the URL goes here. So I want the URL to go to email. So type in HTML email link code. Basically, what you need to do to make an email link is to have this mail to, and then colon, and then your email address, and then that'll mean that it just when they click on it, it opens up in their email and sends. So you put mail in the question, in the quotation things. Oops, why did I delete that? Mail to colon, and then we'll put the neural network admin at new. Like, this is like code, and I said that we weren't going to use code, but I'm not really doing anything that you can't just go on Google with. It's like you just type in Google what you want to find out, and there, click on that, it opens up your mail, sends an email. It's all good. What I can do is just copy and paste this. Like, it's not got the code to put all the links in, so I'd have to put those in like manually, you know, just like I did. But I'll show it. Like there, it needs like the paragraph HTML sticking in it. There. And then it needs like the links putting in over the text, just like we did. But that kind of gives you a basic idea of how customized it. And then like how I got the little image is just went into header, put the link to went to new media, uploaded the image, they give you an address where the image is located, and then you just type in like the HTML link, the address to the image, the positioning that you want, save, and it'll make a little image appear up there. What do we need to do now? Right, we need to get our menu sorted. Like now we just got home and news. So what we need to do is go to Appearance, Menus, create menu, call it menu, create menu, and we'll select which pages we want to add. But what we'll do is we'll go and create a few more pages. So we'll go to pages. What have we got here? We've got like current projects, shop. So if you were an artist, you might want like about. And like, look, we've got the nice little about there. Not just some random gibberish code. We might want a work page. A contact page. What else? Home. Yeah, that'll do. Go back to menus. Right, now we go to pages most recent. We'll type in the home page, the news, the about, the contact, go add to menu, and now we can just like drag and drop the order. So we want this to be up here, and what we want to do is change that to home. Oh, it's not done work, has it? Whoops. Just refresh this. Now then, select all these, add to menu, put this to the top, rename it home. And then we'd probably want news next, then work, about, contact, and you know, you can just create the, if you wanted like a link to your Facebook, you could put facebook.com/ menu label Facebook, add to menu. And then if I don't want it on the top, I can like put it in a sub menu just by like dragging it, putting it here. So like contact, if we save that, go up here, there we got our menu. And then if people, Facebook should be showing up, save menu. It's being rubbish. Why is that not showing up? Facebook's not showing up for some reason. Like, basically, it should do all this kind of thing. Like, if we go to appearance menus, like you can see how all the menus are laid out just by dragging and dropping them. This is being stupid for some strange reason. Save menu. Why are you making me look bad? Oh, wait. Stupid. For some reason, we need to... It's just trying to be very tricky with me. And it's selected some kind of stupid thing. What it needs to do is make sure that your primary menu is this one. Then save that. It was just WordPress trying to make me look stupid and a liar. Oh, there we go. Now Facebook's turning up. So then we just select this Facebook, put it on like the inner thing, so when people click on contact, they can then go to Facebook. Now you got contact there. Now then Facebook comes up, and that's all that kind. Like, and then you could do even like sub Facebook, like Facebook 1 and 2. And I think we'll do a Twitter. Drag that. Save. Refresh. There, we've got Facebook, Twitter. So we've got the title, the navigation, we got a nice clean front page, we got our bottom thing, and we've got our news and our news feed. Now we've got all this weird stuff here, and the side stuff is called widgets, and you can select what kind of things you want to appear in the sidebar. So there's like a search thing there, there's recent posts, recent comments, all this stuff here that's appearing in the side. What we can do is get rid of it all. And there we've just got like search, archives, meta, which I don't want. And I've taken all the widgets out, and that's perhaps it's still there, so I'm gonna have to go back and edit them out. So what we need to find is header, page template, sidebar, content page. Might be in sidebar. Now I'm seeing this like meta toolbox, get archives, widget tile thing, which I suspect is what this is relating to. So what I want to do, again, if you paid 40 quid, bought yourself a premium theme, you wouldn't have to do all this stuff. You know, but even this, it's not really that hard. Like, I can kind of figure out, like, search, all this shit is relating to that stuff that I don't want. So I'll go command copy, just in case I delete something wrong, delete, so I can like paste it back in. And I'll check out this, and we've still got this stupid search bar, not happy about. Need to delete you more. I'll just delete all this. update. Ooh. This is why we need to copy and paste before we delete stuff. Sidebar, widget search form. I think I deleted a bit too much there. Copy, delete, update. There, we've got rid of all that stuff there. Like they give you this stupid blank post thing. So what we need to do is move to trash. Apply. Add new. Welcome. This is the new network site. Publish. Now we've got a nice little news section where we can post our news. We've got our work where we could post links. You know, we could create pages for each work and then link it all. You could create like a little drop down menu to all your artworks there, just like we did with that. We've got an about page where we could put all our information. We've got a contact page, we've got links to our Facebook and Twitter, and we've got our home page with a nice big image. Got our footer thing. And you see how this is like appearing at the bottom of every page. The footer text that we stuck in there. And what we want to do now is we'll look at the widgets thing. Like, we got rid of all that irrelevant widget shit that they stuck on my page. I mean, does anyone ever use those search things? Like, when it says search, unless you like at Amazon or eBay or Google. I just don't like them. I want minimal. Well, you can keep them in if it's. Now we've got all these options that we can stick in. We can stick in like just text, custom menu, calendar. You know, I want to select what I want to stick in there. I don't want them sticking stuff in for me. So it's best to just have a play around. On the new Art Network site, what we have is an email sign up form here. And we have links to the Facebook and Twitter. I'll just copy those now. How we do this is we get this text thing, we grab it, we stick it over here, stick in what text we want, save, and if we go inside, there, we've got it there. The reason why it's not on here is because this is the full width template on here. This is not the full width template, so it allows the sidebar to happen. But I don't want the sidebar on the first page, I just want it to like be a nice big clean first page. So that's how we did that. Save. Oops. And then how do we get this newsletter sign up, you might say? Well, what we need to do is, the great thing about WordPress is we can install these plugins, and plugins is kind of like apps, you know, like iPhone apps. Plugins is like the same kind of thing. It's kind of stuff that you can download and install into your site, and you choose what you want. What we do is go add new. We'll find that. It's easy sign up newsletter. Easy sign up newsletter. So and the fun thing about WordPress is just like going through all the plugins that you can get. Like, most of them are free. You can get like you can like even buy like premium plugins. Like we have the shop section, which is just based off a whole plugin, but that you can get like a premium option. We just got like the free one, but you can like upgrade it to like a premium version. So what we're doing here is we're going to install this sign up contact form so that people can put in their email and sign up to our newsletter. So we got install plugin. Do you want to install it? Yep. Activate plugin. And if you just go on Google and search like cool plugins for WordPress, it's something that you just need to play around with. And then if like we've got all the options here, easy sign up. So this is where we assign all the things. We can assign what message gets sent, what email, the thing where it redirects to after people have signed up. You can put in like, it gives you these little shortcodes that you can put in on the website, but we want it as a plugin. I mean as a widget. So it should, like, it even installs it in the widget area. So we grab that, save, check it out there, and yeah, we can change the title to this is going on for nearly an hour. Wow. But I hope this is pretty comprehensive. I think it is. Now, I didn't like these little red dot things because they messed up my color scheme. So I had to go into the code for the plugin and delete them. But I'm not going to do that now because it's too much hassle. And then even on the Neuron network we've got like Google advertising, and how we get that is where are we? It's just another text, insert text, and then insert the code that Google gives you, and that's how we get that there. So it's just all about playing with the things, but we've covered all the essentials. We've covered domain name, we've covered hosting, we've covered installing WordPress, getting your permalinks set up so that they're nice and make sense. We've looked at assigning a front page, assigning a news page, we've looked at creating pages, creating the menu, getting the full page template, editing stuff out of the code, putting our custom footer in, doing our sidebar widget area, putting in links, and that's pretty much everything that you need to know. Like, you can really, now you can go and make websites, go make websites, and you know, they don't look like how it started. It's not just like that crummy bloggy type thing. This is like a legitimate website that we've set up in like less than an hour, and like me just explaining it really basically. You know, like look on Google at themes that you might like. I mean, this is just like a really minimal theme. You might want stuff, you can get like really complicated filling themes. Look at like paid themes where it's like even more user friendly and easy to use. Yeah, that's more than enough information that you've got to just go out and start messing around and having fun, not worrying about it being hard and a hassle. And I just you really need to get get an online presence, and hopefully this will help you get a cool online presence that reflects what you're all about. And just go out and do it, and send us the links. Send us links to what you're creating, and we'll put it up on our website. Thanks for watching this hour-long presentation, but I think we've covered like everything that you need to know. That's what I wanted to do, cover absolutely everything, get you in a position where you can just go out and start making websites, getting your work online, sharing your work. And so just get out and do it, do it. So thank you for watching. This has been a New Art Network presentation, and stay tuned for further presentations. Subscribe to the YouTube so that you know when we're getting new videos out. Go on Twitter, that's where all the news stuff comes out. We got the Facebook with the news stuff, and also the website is where everything's happening. You know, we got the online gallery space, we got the front page, we got the shop, we got the forum, we got everything going on. Just get involved. Thank you, and bye.